Welcome back, everybody. It's Brian here with Equipment World, and we are at Con Expo 2023 here with Carlisle TyrFil in their booth. And I am here with Brian. Brian, will you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Brian Finz. I'm with Heavy Duty Tire. We have locations in Florida, Texas, and Pennsylvania. We are a full service tire store for focusing on rental equipment companies and construction equipment.
All right, so Brian, tell me, I'm not familiar as an operator. I'm not familiar with the foam filling process at all. What is the advantage of the tire fill application over like a pneumatic tire or a solid tire?
The tire fill maximizes the life of the tire. It provides a good ride, a firm foundation for the machine to operate on, and keeps the machine running and for maximum uptime.
If I understand it correctly, my ride quality, going from a pure pneumatic tire, my ride quality is going to suffer a little bit because we are filling the tire. It's not going to have quite the cushion that the pneumatic would, but it's also going to be a way better ride quality than a full solid tire.
Yes, 100%.
But you get the flat proofing of the foam.
Right, exactly.
Still a decent ride quality.
Correct. And not only that, but its ride quality is in a lot of cases better than an air tire, because air tire will bounce. When it goes over something, it will cause the machine to be a little less stable.
Yeah.
It'll overflex on a heavy load, where this kind of keeps everything the way it should be. And
that's exactly where my mind went with that is, we run skid steers all the time, loaders, and when you've got a load way up in the air, pneumatic tires, you tend to get a lot of sway, you get out of balance and everything. It strikes me that this foam would make for a pretty stable base.
Exactly.
Interesting.
A lot of the equipment manufacturers spec all the equipment has to come out with foam filled tires because it provides a more stable base, especially on a boom lift or telehandler. They want that weight and that stability.
It does strike me too, this would be a pretty serious product for the rental market. I feel like if I'm sending machines out with a bunch of pneumatic tires, guys that don't care about their rental equipment because it's not theirs, they're going to run over whatever they want. That's probably going to result in a lot of flats.
Yes.
Can you talk more about how this has really benefited the rental industry?
Well, the equipment rental industry is all about equipment utilization.
Sure.
They want their equipment running, their customers able to use it. Nothing's worse than having equipment on rent and it goes down because of a flat tire. It also stops, like you said, having inexperienced operators just damaging tires and getting themselves injured and hurt on a job site.
So tell me, what kind of customer feedback are you getting from people that are coming to get their tires filled?
Well, we find that as compared to a solid tire, it's much more versatile. You can use it on a soft surface, hard surface, and it's not going to sink or dig into the ground. We find, especially in Florida where there's a lot of sugar sand, a solid tire will just dig itself into a hole and the machine's not usable at that point. You have to pull it out with a loader or do something like that, and it doesn't. So we convert a lot of solid units over to foam fill units when they come into Florida and on soft grounds. And us personally, we run all our forklifts in our shop with foam filled tires, so I don't destroy my yard and my asphalt and all that other things.
So you're the classic example of I'm not just a customer, or I'm not just a seller, I'm a customer as well.
Right, exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for the time, Brian. I appreciate it.
No problem.
All right, we are now here with Dennis Schellenberg. He is also with Heavy Duty Tire. And Dennis, tell me a bit more about the recyclability of these tires, because from what I understand, this is not a one-time use product.
Exactly. Good question. What we do and we specialize in at Heavy Duty Tire is we offer the product to our customers and we bring the old assemblies back once they have been used, and we recycle the material inside, the foam fill material inside, plus we reuse the wheels. So we're able to have a wheel exchange program for our customers, and we are saving the environment, if you will.
So go into that more. What is the wheel exchange program? How does that work?
The wheel exchange program is we supply a finished product to our customers ready to bolt on the machine. Once we get the old ones back from our customer, we can take that apart, reestablish or put on new tires, foam fill it again, and then we have a refurbished unit ready to go.
Now, just ignorance outside of the industry, I think when we're going to grind this stuff up and re-inject it into a tire, that's not going to be as good a quality as the original product. Is that true?
It's actually better quality.
Better quality.
Because first of all, we are integrating the virgin fill with the ground material, and that helps us to have a more stable product, and it probably runs a little bit cooler.
Interesting. Dennis, thank you so much for the information.
You're very welcome.
All right, we're going to switch gears a little bit because Carlisle TyrFil is not just a U.S.-centric company and a U.S.-centric solution. They are actually an international solution. And I am here with Jose Manuel. Jose Manuel, can you introduce yourself and tell us about your business?
Hello, Brian. Thank you. Well, my name is Jose Manuel. I am a manager from Motorman. Motorman is in Chile, South America. It's a company that is dedicated for more than 35 years to the rental and sales parts. And of course, looking for some solutions, we found out TyrFil.
And so you not only do the TyrFil, but you also rent equipment, correct?
Yeah, well, the reason we born was for the rental equipment. We make profit while the unit is running. So flat tires is one of the biggest nightmares. So looking for a solution, we have some alternatives, or solid tires, or foam filter tires. In our case, we found that foam filter is a better alternative, is cheap, and one of the main reasons we decided is because operators. Imagine, or normally a unit is running for more than 6, 8, or 10 hours. Solar tires is very tough, so thinking in the back of an operator after 8 hours operation. If you see the TyrFil, the foam fill, one of the advantages is that don't lose the properties of air. So it has some deflection, suspension.
Yeah.
So it's a more attractive solution. For the other side, a solution like a foam filter makes the life of the tires longer. Because if you have air, once you, let's say, eat or wear the tire, if you look at it, it floods immediately.
Yeah, you're worried about a blowout.
Yeah, or something like that. When the thin of the tire is thick, it's easier to get up. Sure.
Yes.
But if with the foam filter, you could eat a whole tire and you keep running.
So in theory, you could almost run the tire all the way to the foam fill before you have to replace the tire.
You could use the complete tire. So you have a longer period, and the cost per hour, which at the end is one of the important issues, is a better alternative.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the other side, we have a rental fleet. Another problem we have, if we have tires with air, we have to take care of the spare parts. People think in a flat tire, when the tire repair is not beside the job site. So you have to take the tire, take it out, and it's a long time. Your unit is not making profit.
Yeah, you're talking hours of downtime.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And also you have to take care of the spare tires that in many job sites, when you have many units, let's say they disappear. So when you have one more problem. If you have your tire with foam filter, it's a problem you don't have anymore. So it is the solution.
So let's switch gears, because a lot of this has been geared around your business. Let's talk about some of your customers. What's the feedback you've been getting from some of your customers?
Well, since we started also selling to the customer, we are seeing how happy are the customer with the solution. One of the customers, for example, tell us a story which reflects how is the behavior of the solution. He has a fleet of telehandlers, a few with solid tires and the other one with foam filter. It called his attention that at the morning when the operators arrive, some arrive earlier to make sure to catch one of the units with the TyrFil, because the operator was more comfortable. So it really makes the difference. And for the operator, which at the end has some power in the final decision about a purchase or something, it helps you. So it shows how it is. Also for a operator, is a problem that has a flat tire.
Yes.
So,
well, I was just going to say, I think it's a testament to the product that you take an operator who likes to be comfortable, and he's giving up extra minutes of sleep so that he can get to the job site a little early to make sure he gets the foam fill product as opposed to the solid tire product.
Absolutely. It will have a better day.
Yes.
Comfortable day. Absolutely. And a happy operator, you have more productivity. So it also has externalities that make a better business at the end, which is what you're looking for.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Jose Manuel, thank you so much. I appreciate the time.
My pleasure.
Now is a good time to mention that if you want to see more content like this, subscribe and click the bell icon so you can see when we post more videos.